Won't you come on, baby? Won't you come on home? See about me. Hey, see about me. Oh, baby, oh, baby, baby. Come on, see about me. 'Cause I keep telling you, I can't do without you. Without you. Oh, now don't ask me to do whatever without you, love, you love. 'Cause I won't do it.
Ah, woo! Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to LoveBabz, Love Talk. I know I've been away, and it feels like I've been away for a long time. It's only been 3.5 days, or radio time, weeks. But I'm back now, and lots to talk about. How's everybody doing? Hey, Harry, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Welcome to Love Babz Love Talk, and I'm delighted to be here this morning. I was away at Soul Stitch on retreat, me and 12 other women, and whatever nerves I had were assuaged as soon as we got into space and got together and just had a wonderful opportunity to just chill and bond and talk and connect and do some inner work and just be connected to each other. It was really a wonderful thing, and I'm glad I got to do it. Seriously. And then I came right back and jumped right into the opening night of Family Business, a Beats play, done by Broken Umbrella Theater. In the International Festival of Arts and Ideas at City Seed. Yes, we took over City Seed and turned it into a full-blown theater. It was great. I'm having a good time, although I am struggling with lines. I get so nervous, which is the weirdest thing because I'm not a nervous person. So I was like, gosh, why is this getting on my nerves? Well, why can't I master these words? And I recite poetry and all of that stuff, so I don't know what this is. It's but it's fun. And it's such a collaborative community of people. Like they really knock it out the park. They really knock it out of the park. And I'm just grateful that they let me be in the space. They let me be around their talented selves. It's an amazing thing. So we've got like, I don't know, 10 more shows. So if y'all are listening, you haven't, there you go. I don't know if you can see it. You might not be able to see it because it's light. Anyway, it's through June 13th to the 28th. So you got a few more shows. Catch it. Don't miss it. And if you're a student, get student tickets. So, Harry, you and Karen should come see it. It's a great immigrant story. It's an intersectionality story. It's an American story. It's all the stories, and I'm in it, and I love it. So, what else is going on? Let me just. I, like you, did not um, pay attention to that $45 million flop of a parade that this ridiculous fool in chief wanted to do. But I know that there were protests all across this country. No King's Day or Remember Obama Day. I mean, it was just mass rallies all over the place. Now, I didn't let my black ass show up to nothing, but I couldn't anyway because I was on stage. So I was at the theater. But I paid attention to that. Like I watched the news feed to see who showed up to what and where. And let me tell you something, white folks. Y'all are doing the damn thing. I have my doubts about y'all, but y'all looking like you rising to the occasion. And I mean, you are about it. So, I need more of you out there on the front lines, though, honestly. I need more of you out there. Like, really, I need more of you out there. So, but you're making a good showing, white people. You're making a good showing. You're making a good showing. Because we've been out there too long. I don't want to see too many black people out there. Because you know what's gonna happen when they unleash the hounds. They're gonna jack us up and beat us, and we'll be the ones beaten. Like we'll be harmed in all of this foolishness. So back up off it. Let these white folks handle their business. Because they're the reasons we in this mess now. But okay. The new digs are coming along. The House Maven project. I need to really get myself organized, and it's not had any time from like moving in to like going to Soul Stitch to being in this play to all. There's not been any breaks. Okay, okay, okay. So there's not been any breaks. Um, there's not been any breaks. So July, and I'm so behind in my pre-law work, which is go at your own pace. But my Saturday classes, I got homework that I need to do. So I'm gonna work on some of that today. I'm gonna work on all my pre-law courses. I got some other things that I need. Like I have so much to do, and it is just ridiculous that what I need to be doing. So we don't have rehearsal today. We don't have rehearsal tomorrow, and we don't have rehearsal Wednesday. We do have a friends and family show Thursday, which is just for that, and then we back on schedule. So we do a show Friday night, 8 o'clock. We do a show Saturday, two shows Saturday, 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Matinee, and then Sunday we do a 3 o'clock show matinee, and that seems to be a good run. So yeah, so I haven't had time. I'm looking at all these boxes. I'm just looking at mass chaos and everything. Just a pain in the butt. Um, but that's just what it is right now, and it's not gonna be like this forever. It's just like this. It's just like this right now. So so yeah, I need to get my hair colored. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Maybe Kay could fit me in this week. Maybe we'll see. Maybe Wednesday. Like, Kay, do my hair. I need some color. Just until I finish this play. Yeah. Oh, I still haven't found my mouse for my Mac, so I can't look up stuff the way I want to look up stuff because my Mac, and I know it's in a box, so it's not lost. It's just in a box. So I need to I need to open some boxes. So maybe I'll get around that today because I don't have any plans after I go to the gym. I got to go to the gym because I have not been to the gym either. I've not I've not been to the gym. And I think I have a doctor's appointment. I go to the doctor's tomorrow, and then I got another doctor's appointment. Oh, Thursday. So I'm gonna go have a MRI. I don't really like those things because it's like a coffin with air conditioning. You can't breathe. You can't. You know, you just have to lay there and just relax. And ugh. I've done it once. I have to do it again. I was like, God, because we got to figure out what's going on so that we could fix it. And so I'm looking forward to that. Um, Let me see what's going on in other parts of the world. I got to get my sense of balance because I've been away. When you've been away, you just feel like you are off kilter. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know why I'm leaning on radio. Well, I guess because you can see me. So yeah. So if you go to the New Haven Independent this morning, they got all the anti-Trump protest stuff up. Alina Rose Chen wrote some stuff, and oh, Brewery Square was sold for 15 million. Oh yeah, the woman who does my makeup, she was talking about this a couple of weeks ago, and she was concerned that, because whoever owned it before they just got sold, they kept the building up nice. They had maintenance, they had groundskeepers. Who knows what it's going to be now? So I don't know. I'm withholding judgment till I see what I see. Do you know what I mean? And the immigration stuff is still very much in our faces and in our hearts and minds. And New Haven is up for it. They are up for the fight. They are seriously up for the fight. And that's a good thing. That is a very good thing, you know. And people are uh, people are showing up in all the right ways. And I'm over at the inner city site um, with we got some typos. I think it transposed itself. I think the letters transpose themselves. I think our publisher is dyslexic. So I think sometimes he sees things like the way dyslexic people do, and so it shows up like that, you know. Uh, but yeah, so there's been a bunch of ice raids, and I'm glad that Inner City puts we share we have access to some of the independent articles because we have a lot of folks who read us from who are not from here, and but they have some ties here, and they like getting of course they could go to New Haven Independent site, but they come to our site for other reasons, for other news. And then we have people who don't go to the independent site but come to our site, and so we're happy to have the independent local stuff in the paper, like hyper local stuff, and you know. But we get a chance to put up some good stuff from around around the country, and I'm such a fan of opinion pieces. I love a good opinion piece, and I feel like you know opinion pieces might be falling by the way of the wayside. But I think opinion pieces just serve us in such ways when you get great thinkers critically thinking about what is going on and how to explain that from their viewpoint. And I don't. I mean, there are some voices that I just cannot listen to, but there are quite a few folks that I'm like, yeah, I'm with this. I feel this. I like this. You know, I like this. So so yeah, so So we do our thing, and then we share stuff, and they share stuff, and it sort of works out. It works out well, I think. So, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I mean, a couple of things that is just getting on my nerves. Uh, let's see. I know people are quite concerned about what is happening in the New Haven public school system. I know people are. I know it's got to be a very trying time, and I know it's got to be challenging for teachers because this is their. Uh, I know they're nervous and they're concerned, and parents are nervous and concerned because I think some schools will have to be combined, and and you get attached to your school, and if you have kids coming up the ranks, you want them to have good, wholesome experiences. And so and we're about to break for summer, right? Like school's about to break for summer. So you go into the summer with this, okay, what is going to happen in September? You know, I know it's challenging, but the teachers union has been powerful and dead on. I have a ceiling fan on that I think at the 10 o'clock hour I'm gonna turn off because now it's making it very, very breezy in here. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I enjoy this ceiling fan. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. But I also know um it's been a very cool June. Am I right? Am I right? Maybe the last couple of days it felt like it's like, is this September? Is it late September already? We had like 1 or 2 days that like were hot, but not really hot, hot, but just like, oh, oh. But now we're back at this March weather, April weather. Just feels strange. Feels very strange. Feels very strange. So I'm chilled. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels cold to me. And I need it to stop. I I need summer weather. It's not summer yet. I know. Summer is what, June 21st or something? The solstice, it lets us know when it's summer. I don't know. Let me find out. Because I'm hoping that it will. I need some heat. I need some heat. So, when is summer? When is summer? I think it's usually around like the 20th or somewhere. But I want to know. Okay. Okay. The 20th. So summer is June 20th to September 22nd. I need it to arrive on time and hot. So don't disappoint me, summer. I need you to show up on time and bring the heat and sunny days. Because God knows this rain. And listen, I'm not complaining about the rain. We need the rain. I'm not complaining about the rain. I absolutely am not. You know, because I know we need the rain. I'm never gonna not complain because there are places in the world that is not getting rain, and we are blessed to get rain. And our droughts, whatever, our droughts are not catastrophic. They cause brush fires and the like, but not catastrophic. Not catastrophic. So So that's all I'm gonna say. I just want real summer. So, do you hear me, Summer? I know you're hovering. When you get here on the 20th, I need you to bring it. I need you to bring all your summer. Don't hold nothing back. Just bring all the summer. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. And another thing I got to do, I got to get on my grind about law school and how to pay for that. Oh, I have so much I need to do. Lord have mercy. I have so much to do. And it's just one of these things where, mm, 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 I got to figure out how to pay for this thing, you know. So uh, we'll get there. People feel people feel more confident than I do. They feel very confident, and I'm like, ooh, I'm nervous. Like I'm extremely and extraordinarily nervous. You know, it's like, do I buy lottery tickets? Like, what do I do? Do I ask people for money? Like people I know who have money? There's a moment I'm like, yes, I could ask people I know for money. And then there's a moment like, but asking people for money, which I like to do. I just don't know if I like doing it for myself. That's the rub. Like I don't know asking for myself is makes me feel some kind of way. I don't know. I've got to I mean I have to make my mind up one way or the other, you know. And to not ask is detrimental, and to ask makes me feel. I mean, I ask for money for things all the time. I fundraise for things all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like organizations and causes. So I guess if I accept myself as the cause, you know, then it might be all right, you know. So, but yeah, so those are the things that I'm lamenting, right? Like, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I don't want to be, 80 years old trying to pay back loans. To be snatching my Social Security. So, so I have to find a way to make this work. Find a way to make it work, and you know, do it. Uh, you know, so I'll figure it out. I know I will. Uh, I'll figure it out. You just don't get this far, and then uh, you just don't get this far, and then like, oh, and think that it's not gonna you know, happen for you, you know. So you know, uh we'll see how it goes. Uh uh so yeah, I'm looking for something. That's why I'm like, I'm looking for something. You're on the radio and you're like doing the radio and looking for something, you know. Uh so I'm just doing my level best. That's all. Oh, do they do it for mm, well, just thought I'd give it a shot. Okay, well, I tried. I learned more than what I did when I was walking in when I was looking for a particular thing. So this points me in a different direction, which is, entirely not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. So I'm looking forward to let's see. I'm trying to think guests this week. It's a little challenging when you come back because you have to jump right into it. Juneteenth is the 19th. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. So don't miss a damn thing. And then there'll be festivals all weekend, right? So don't miss uh Juneteenth festivals. And you can always come to the play too. So, you know. So if you can't make Friday, there's two shows Saturday and there's a show on Sunday. So be about that. Um I'm trying to think. I wish I could I have a TV, but I haven't plugged it in. Like I haven't hooked it up. Do you know what I mean? Because I really would like a new TV. You know, I would like a new TV. It was great. It was great spending time having my sister here, though. She's still here. She leaves sometime today, to get back home to Jersey, and you know, she'll be back because she's gonna come with her. Uh, she's gonna come back with her tools. Because my sister's handy. She's very, very handy. So, oh, I would love to go to this Thursdays. Oh, this play is in the way of everything. Okay, I can't go to that. All right. Well, this is a good experience. I'm glad I'm having it. I'm glad I'm getting to do it. I'm trying to see what else I need to be concentrating on, you know, before I take this drive to West Haven and um, get to the gym. So, but so far, I haven't really lived in this house yet. I haven't. I'm here, but I haven't lived in it yet. It's been just a drop off. I've been dropping things off, you know, and uh, it is one of these things where I haven't lived in it. I think July is when I'll really when I really live here, you know. So far, so good. I just haven't been able to like work, do stuff, you know. There's so many things that I need to have happen. So I wonder what's next for the protest. I think it was wildly successful. All across the country, people were holding protests. So, and nobody was at that parade. You know, I think the only people at the parade was the families and friends of the people in the parade. You know how that goes? So whatever he thought it was going to be massive crowds of people, I'm like, people. I don't. He throws himself a parade with his minions, and he's sitting there, and it's trash. You spend all this money to have a. We don't have military parades in this country. Now you're the laughing stock of the world. You know. I know the world's got to be like, y'all are crazy as hell, America. And they would be right. So he has this parade. Nobody shows up. and they're all sitting there with like sour faces. And I'm thinking, what kind of delusion is he on? And then, oh, I'm waiting for more on this tea. They're starting to discover that maybe this election was rigged. No, they're discovering that the ballot boxes in places has been tampered with. Like seriously tampered with. Like changing votes, you know. There are some places that vice president didn't even get a vote. And you know that can't possibly be correct. So I think I saw a inkling of it in the Washington Post, you know. So if the news people do what they are trained to do, they will follow this and break it, you know. But some of these news people are cowardly, particularly the big ones, because they have they are beholden to corporations, and corporations, some of them are, you know, at, are mandated by unscrupulous folks who have ties to Trump. So that's that's pretty wild. It's you know uh there's some real news on that, so uh I'm very interested in this. And Elon Musk is an unscrupulous cat. So I'm interested in where this goes. If enough uh if enough of this gets some traction, you know, I'm just interested, you know. So, but it could be, one of these things that, like urban legends, you know. And I know that, the Republicans had started this whole voter fraud business, you know, because they really wanted to incite a sense of fear in people around voting. And I think the idea was to get the least amount of people to, less and less and less people voting, because they seem to think if less people vote, it's in their favor, you know. So. So I might want to spend some time looking at that. I saw a post on it, and then I sent it around, and I'm quite interested in it. Let me see if I see it, and then I could talk credibly about it. But it really was like, huh, you know. Before I forget, Norma Swinson, an author of Our Bodies Ourselves, had died yesterday. And if you've never had the book Our Bodies Ourselves, that book was so pivotal for me. I've never seen anything like it. The information was like so liberating. Do you know what I mean? Like I never had anything like it. And then there's some children's books too that I bought for my kids. There was one for girls, one for boys, and it was really such high level of talking to women and to children about their bodies and what they are experiencing as they move through the stages of life, you know. So I had Our Bodies Ourselves. I think I bought it in the late 80s maybe, I think. And I think I bought it. Allison Cunningham used to run a bookstore called Golden Thread, which was a feminist bookstore. Um, and I used to go in there all the time. So I might have bought it from there. Like I might have bought my book there. So so it's one of, and I think they update it every year. Like, I don't know how many iterations of that book. But and I know I still have a copy somewhere. When I open up my books, I know I have a copy somewhere. I can tell you exactly when I bought it. It had to have been like 88, 89, or something like that. No, no, maybe earlier. Maybe as early as 80, 80. No, 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 probably wouldn't have been that early. No. It would have been like 89, 90. Yeah. It would have been like 87 or 88 because I had just, I graduated college in 85 and I stayed in South Carolina for about a year and then I came back home. Oh yeah, the children's book was The Care and Keeping of You. So they have one for younger girls and then for slightly older girls, 10 and up. So yeah, I bought them for my daughters. I remember that because I thought, here's a good tool, good resource, you know. So, uh, so yeah. So, hmm 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 so yeah, so she passed away. I know I was supposed to be looking for this little article on this so-called something to think about around. My feed is so full of Father's Day stuff. So I can't get past it, because it was Father's Day. And happy Father's Day to all the men out there who are fathering up, parenting up, you know. So, Rosa DeLauro will be at City Seed Wednesday, June 18th. She's going to be with John Dankowski. So they're going to have a conversation. Yeah, so 666 at City Seed. They're going to be, I guess it's the Connecticut Mirror stuff. And so she's going to discuss important local and state issues, share some insights from her long career, and engage in an in-depth dialogue about Connecticut's future. So the event is free. Um, Advanced registrations are preferred, but walk-ins are welcome. So, in Connecticut, which is really good. I don't know what it's like in other places, but in Connecticut, our elected officials from the local to the state level to the federal level, they're very, 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 very visible and accessible people. I don't think anybody would ever say Connecticut has inaccessible leadership at the congressional level, at the state level, and at the local level. Um, that's important, I think, that you have access to that you have access to folks. Seriously. So. and that they hear you, and that they listen to you, and they take your concerns into wherever they go and do the people's work. You know, so that's where that's what I'm leaning towards. You know, I like to stay in a state that has real access. You know what I'm saying? That has real access. So, but anyway, if you wanna catch that conversation, it's Wednesday, like 6ish, at City Seed. So go and have that conversation. I was trying to find this thing, but I can't seem to find it. It doesn't matter. I'll keep looking. But it was the question was raised by a very credible news source. You know, so just so you know, just so you know, you know. So anyway, uh, I see Sinners is still going strong. People are still having great conversations about the film Sinners. And I think it starts to, hit the streaming services soon, sometime this month. Do you know what I mean? So that's pretty. I've seen it twice. I would love to see. I'm telling you, they should just put it in IMAX a little bit, a few more times this summer. You know what I mean? Like seriously, because I'd like to see it on the big screen on the IMAX because that's what it was intended for. I could see it again. I tell you, I could see it again. I really could see it again. So, so maybe that's what I'll put my figure out a way to if it's gonna show it because I think they were showing it again and again in places. So I don't know. I just like that movie so much, and and every time I see somebody talking about it, I gotta stop and like pay attention because I want to hear some, I want to hear, I want to hear something. So, it's one of those things. So, I just want to hear. So, I'm just doing my very best to stay in the spaces of awe and wonder. And that film gives me awe and wonder, you know. So I like that. Well, I don't think I could find it. Ooh. Before I got a few minutes before I take a break. Uh, I am wild about this Tiana Taylor and Aaron Pierre. I am wild for them. Two of the most beautiful people on the planet connect. You know, because Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. Now I can't ever get that out of my head. And I hope he still loves it when people say it. And it was born out of going down the Soul Train line at or the music line at Jennifer Hudson's show, which is the best part of the show as far as I'm concerned. I don't necessarily care to hear her talk to anybody, but I like when her guests come down that Soul Train line and they are all singing. That for me, that's the show. I don't watch what goes on after because I don't dislike her. I don't have no reason to dislike her. I think she's hella talented. I just don't like her as a talk show host. But that's my thing. That's my piece. But I love that Soul Train line. And I know they don't call it the Soul Train line. I think they call it the something else, like the Music Alley or something, where they sing their guests down to the stage, and from behind the curtain, and it's such a fun thing, and it really sets her show off a little bit, you know. And so anyway, the Aaron Pierre, he's Mufasa, started there. I, so now I swear to God, I can't unhear it. You know what I mean? Like I cannot unhear it. You know, I cannot unhear it. So so every time I say it, it's funny. You know, yeah. So anyway, I can't find it, but I got sidetracked by then, because I'm surfing my phone, because I was hoping. Oh, this is good. I just came across this in the Connecticut Mirror. Ned Lamont signs the Connecticut anti-predatory towing reform into law. Yeah, that stuff is, you know. This is an article that was produced in partnership with ProPublica through its local reporting network. No, I'm not getting a newsletter. I don't want it. But Governor Ned, what is wrong with my tongue? Governor Ned Lamont has signed into law an overhaul of Connecticut's century-old towing statutes that came after an investigation by the Connecticut Mirror and ProPublica exposed lax standards and predatory practices that victimize people who live paycheck to paycheck. The bill was one of 28 that Lamont signed before departing for a vacation to Europe, followed by attendance Sunday through Tuesday at the Paris Air Show as part of a delegation of Connecticut aerospace manufacturers. So Lamont has now signed 64 of the bills passed in the session that ended on June 4th. Well, that's good. So anyway, Public Act 25-55 offers new protections against tolls without warning from private property. In some cases, vehicle owners who could not afford to pay the fees to recover their vehicles lost them permanently. Connecticut Mirror reporters found cases where companies required them to pay in cash or wouldn't allow them to retrieve personal belongings. State law allows tow companies to begin the process of selling a towed vehicle with a value of $1,500 or less after 15 days. Too quick to challenge the legitimacy of a tow. Listen, when I got my car towed, listen, here's the crazy part with my story. So I was like, I had like, swear to God, this is the story. I had one payment left to pay off my car. I was late with the payment before I paid the last payment. They towed my car. And then they took it someplace. I had to hunt high and low, and then I had to pay cash to get it. And it was like I had to pay it cost me like $1,200, because I had to pay the towing fee to wherever they was towing it to, and then I had to pay the back note, the late note. It was just late, and it wasn't even like a month late. It was only like a couple of days late, or like maybe 2 weeks late. And I had said to them I ended up paying late because I didn't have any money. And so I paid, and they towed my car. And I had to go and get it, and they took all my stuff out of it and put it in bags. They was about to take my car like to Virginia or Pennsylvania, like within days. That's what they were about to do. So I hustled up the money to pay it, and I had to go, and I had to find where it was. I mean, this thing was, I mean, it was just so terrible. And they were like assholes about it too, you know. Um, and you get there, there's like a little trailer thing, and you can't go in, you stand outside, and it's just all sketchy as hell. So kudos Ned Lamont for shutting down that foolishness. So it is the shortest window in all but two states, Iowa and North Carolina, and a far different standard than neighboring states, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New York, requires at least 60 days before a towed car can be sold for non-payment of towing and storage charges. They was about to sell my car, and it wasn't even there for 15 days. I got that car back within like 2 days because it took me a day to call around and to figure out where it was, and then another day to because it was just such a nightmare. It really was a nightmare. So the new law still allows the sales process to begin 15 days for a car worth $1,500 or less, but it extends the minimum time that garage owners must hold a vehicle before selling it to 30 or 60 days, depending on the vehicle's value. It also requires, among other things, tow companies to accept credit and debit cards for payment and provide access to the contents of a towed vehicle or allow an owner to recover it within 4 hours. And that was the other thing, right? They took everything out of my car. And I didn't realize. And the only reason why I didn't realize they took everything out of my car is because I was going to get on the highway and somebody bomped. And I was at a light before I was getting on the highway. Somebody said, "Where are your plates?" And I was like, "Plates? You don't have any plates on your car." I had to turn all the way around, go back and say, "Where are my plates?" And then they brought out a garbage bag of everything they took out of my car. I didn't even notice. I was so incensed just getting my car back that I didn't even notice. And by this point, it was getting late in the evening. And oh my God, that was such a pain in the ass. I mean, it was just terrible. So anyway, I got my car back. Now I have a new car now, but I got my car back. And then I paid the last payment and owned the car outright. And then the car, within a year broke all the way down. I couldn't fix it. Like they were like, "No, you can't fix this." I mean, you could fix anything, but they were like, it would cost you $1 gazillion. So anyway, I ended up getting, my Rihanna. All right, I'm gonna take a break and high five Governor Lamont for trying to fix that tow situation. So I'll be back at 10:15. Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at New Haven Independent.